their closing arguments yesterday were some of the most ridiculous things that I've ever heard. I'm not even quite sure where to start. Because that soundbite that we just played, the idea that somehow if someone is unarmed, then you are unable to be armed. The way that I look at that is that I'm so curious as to where the prosecution stands as it relates to women and firearms. I mean, if James Krause, carbohydrate fanatic, I'm not being mean, it's an observation. Kane's laughing like he's doing the mean girl laugh.
Sometimes science is funny.
So, yes, this is science. Yeah, exactly. So James Krause, who's the Krause, whatever. I'm just calling him Dale Doback from the Step Brothers law firm. I can't see them any other way. I'm going to run that into the ground now because I can't see them any other way. If his belief is that in order to be armed, the criminal also has to be armed, like the person who's making a threat against your life also has to be armed, then, because you're too cowardly to fight with fists, oh my gosh, what I would have loved to have said to him. So you're against women owning guns then, because you think women are just too cowardly to use their fists to fight the man with a fist? Because that's where your logic goes. I know I talked about it on Fox last night. We talked a little bit about it in our third hour yesterday. I know that you saw Thomas Binger pull the Alec Baldwin in the courtroom. We went over that. The other thing that was interesting was towards the end. When did this happen? Was this right after I was off air? Because the prosecution's closing. So the prosecution had closing. You have closing remarks from the state, from prosecutors, and you have closing remarks from defense, and then you have rebuttal from prosecution. So during the rebuttal, and Krause was the guy who gave the rebuttal, he had said at one point, and I'm trying to figure out, let me look at the timestamp on this. He had said at one point that, and this is, okay, so this was after air. This was at 5:30 Central Time yesterday during the prosecution's rebuttal. He had said that there is no left-handed or right-handed gun. So we all know, I know some people may not be aware, but yes, there actually are shotguns, and you have brass deflectors. I mean, there's deflectors. You have all kinds of, yes, there absolutely is. That's actually irrelevant to this whole thing, except it just, to me, showcases that these guys are clueless. And I just think that if you're going to go after someone on a weapons charge, and then you're going to try to argue that they didn't have the right of self-defense because of what they were carrying, then I really think that you need to be educated about the very thing that you were arguing. If you were trying to hold the tool that Rittenhouse used against him, if you're trying to hold that against him, then I just really think that you need to know enough about it to argue it, right? You need to know what the hell you're talking about. And he clearly didn't. That's the only reason that I bring that up. Not because it's, like should be a huge focus of the trial, but dude, okay, can I just I want to put this in just super plain terms. You know where I'm going to go with this. From one moment, let's talk about football. Can you imagine? There's just bear with me, because this is how I felt. I need you to be in my headspace. You're my friend, so you got to be in my headspace. Imagine that there's a football crime. Shut up, Kane. Imagine there's somebody did a crime with the football. I don't know. Shut up also, Steve. And I hear Juan smirking over there. Just imagine. And then they bring me on to talk about, or I'm litigating it, right? Say it was at the 50-yard line. That's the thing. I know nothing about football. God love my husband. He's tried to explain it. My eyes glass over. Pfft. But I can sit here and I can tell you the rules of whack bat and I can diagram a sentence. I don't understand. Just imagine me litigating that. So when you are running on the yard lines, right? That's the thing. Sure. Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine me? That's what I felt like watching Dale Doback from the Step Brothers law firm of Kenosha and his closing arguments here. It was that bad. That's not an exaggeration. It hurt my soul. Made my soul cry. It was so bad. And I watched it because news and my job.